FedEx Forum. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Grizzlies will look to their home court advantage. Just one game here in Memphis.
And you can tell that both teams will be a little on edge in this one, given the rivalry these teams have. It could be an emotional game.
And who doesn't love this stuff? Two teams that have beef, but the stakes are a little bit higher, and it should make this a very interesting matchup.
Richard, this should be an interesting game. Both teams boast a lot of depth and could try out some very creative lineups tonight.
Yeah, and it's whatever it takes to break the other team. It's about playing chess out there, and so there's going to be a lot of different moves. I can't wait to see what the coaches pull out.
Yeah, the adjustment's a fascinating part of the NBA.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
Ayton wide open. Off target with his three. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, a bit ago, Taylor Jenkins and I were able to chat. He said a primary concern is to prevent those easy three-point looks from outside. He said closing out hard on the shooters is going to be the key. If they don't bother the shooters, he said, it's going to be a very long 4 quarters. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the three ball is a big concern for any defense. Here's Morant. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
When Morant drives, he is just so difficult to stop. His agility, that's what makes beating the D look so easy.
Now here's Paul. To the middle. And then Jackson with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Oh, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
To the paint. Outside Howard. The shot off that time. The Suns go the other way with it. You know, Richard, we don't talk about it much, but Chris Paul's free throw shooting has always been rock solid.
Yeah, we're not going to see teams use a hack-a-Paul strategy, that's for sure. He's been 90% or over multiple times in his career. Okay, I see you, Ja, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency. But you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
There's Jackson with the three. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. They grab their own miss to the right side.
2 minutes remaining.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
3-second violation.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Phoenix. And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools, next steps, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Yeah, 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success.
Now here's Morant. He's got 5. Screened by Howard. Lets it go from deep. And it's Morant missing. The Suns trailing. Booker outside. From past the arc. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. And the Grizzlies with possession here. And Morant throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Now here's Brooks. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Bain. And stolen by Booker. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket.
Nice pass. Such a unique talent on both ends. That time Booker showing us his vision.
Morant outside.
Ja Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Here's Williams. Misses from short range. And the Suns call their first time out of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Knocks it loose. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising.
The Suns.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Here's Stanley. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
And the basket by Okogie.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
He gets it in there. Williams has got the lead up to 8 now for Memphis.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And here is Shemp. Outside, Jones. Kicked by Clark. 6 on the shot clock. And there's another turnover by the Suns. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Clark. And Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Şengün, no good. Suns trail by 6. They kick it out to Green. Clark up top. Jones trying to get open. No good from Clark.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Payne. Here's Christopher. In your younger days, RJ, you had seasons where you averaged over 22 points a game. Some players later in their careers struggle accepting smaller roles, different roles. As a player, talk about that challenge.
Self-confidence is a weird one. Sometimes it can work great for you, and sometimes it can work against you. For me personally, as I got older, I loved finding the challenge. And the challenge was, how could I star in my role? Was it as a 10-point-a-game score? Was it as a 20-point-a-game score? Or was it as a 5-point-a-game score? Because ultimately, you have a chance to have an impact on the game. And I love basketball, so I was going to take any role you were going to give me.
What a great answer. So in other words, you've always got to evolve.
Always get to evolve, and it's always going to be adapt or die, especially as you get older. You have to adapt or your career is going to end. I would have never played 17 years if I didn't adapt.
Bridges outside. Pass to Ayton. And there's the call on Howard. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
Bridges, no one around him. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Bridges got 5.
And this is what Paul is known for. He is a shrewd distributor with a pass-first mentality.
Payne for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so Ayton will bring it up for the Suns. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. And that will be game 3 of 6 played away from home. Booker with no one around. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Here's Morant. Deflected by Bridges.
This is where Bridges' wingspan is a factor, allowing him to reach out and get a piece of that shot.
3 points.
Hey, Craig, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
Howard. Bank shot. No good. And here are the Suns now. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Pass to Bridges. With 3. Booker. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Well, he better buy his teammates dinner tonight because they've covered him for what has been a terrible, absolute terrible shooting display.
Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession.
Coming up to the floor for the Grizzlies,
17 seconds left in the first half of the game. On the wing, Booker. With 1 on the clock. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And there you see the basketball IQ Bridges has. Natural court sense. He knows exactly where to be.
There's Morant. Puts up a 3. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher. And coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Inside. And it's Ayton missing. The Grizzlies trailed by 4.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Booker outside. Paul right side to the inside. Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
One of the steadiest floor generals this game has ever seen. Paul consistently torches opponents out of the pick and roll.
Payne, no good. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix Greg went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
Down low. Pass to Jackson. Over Johnson. And the rejection by Ayton. Booker looking around. A three-pointer is right on target. Booker's got 10.
Part of the evolution of Booker's game, getting consistent from deep.
Morant outside. That's his 6th miss and 12 field goal attempts.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
To stop the run. He can't hit that time.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. Phoenix making some changes. The Grizzlies trail by 11. To the paint. Here's Williams. And the slam by Williams.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing's over.
On the wing, Green. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Shamet. From deep. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Shamet's got the lead up to 12 now for the Suns. Here's Christopher. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Suns. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Shamet, another three for Phoenix.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Christopher, no good.
I guess we can credit the defense for that one going wide. They did everything they could to influence the shot.
Bangs home the trifecta. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
They're behind right now, but you can't pin the blame on this guy. Nope, he's got to get some more help from somebody on his team. Help him. Help that man.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
To the middle. It's tipped. And here we go. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Goes back up. And he sinks the layup. Clark's got 5 points now this quarter.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Williams. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Grizzlies shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he makes the first. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Snatched away. And so it's Phoenix closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some...
The Suns 50.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And from college to the pros, Richard, you played for some legendary coaches. And speaking of coaching, is that something you've ever entertained doing?
I never have, and I never will. Coaching, the amount of hours that you have to spend sounds exhausting. I love my job right now, and you know why I love my job? Because I get to work with you.
Oh, listen, the feeling's mutual. Back to Jones. Bombed up there for Clark. And Clark slams it in.
And when Clark is on fire, he stays aggressive. You got to love how this young fella is willing to dominate games.
Richard, it sure seems like the play-in tournament is here to stay. Were you skeptical when it was first suggested?
No, I actually like it. Now, my opinion is that it shouldn't be 7 and 8. I think teams should just play for 8. I think that is so difficult to take those 2 spots. In 7, there's a lot of really good teams that can be in that 7. So I think just play for 8, and I think it makes the rest of the league in that bottom area have something to fight for, which is positive for young teams.
Not playing for 2 spots, but just playing for the 1 spot.
Just playing for the 1 spot. That 7 spot, you can have a really good team there that just struggled a little bit.
We could indeed. Good point.
And the defense of Jared Jackson Jr., it has become elite. Triple J finishing top 5 in 2022 in the Defensive Player of the Year voting.
All up top. Pass to Ayton. Chalk up 2 there. And the Suns lead by 20.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
And finished off by Morant.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
To the inside with the fadeaway. No good there. And it's Memphis the other way. Greg, why do you think Jaren Jackson Jr. made that leap defensively in his game?
Kevin, help. Jackson was finally back to 100% in 2022. The ability to kind of fully use his physical tools. And Jaren's still learning from playing night in and night out. Now living up to that massive potential.
Inside and finished off by Morant.
Still a little bit of a streak shooter. Morant has been deadly accurate tonight. Man.
The open shot by Ayton. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 and just missed his 4th. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul.
Chris Paul picks up that one. And since coming into the league, Desmond Bane, Richard, has quickly established himself as a knockdown 3-point shooter.
Yeah, his accuracy and efficiency from out there is incredible. The spacing he provides is why he's a key part of this team.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Booker. Phoenix, no good that time either. The Grizzlies trailed by 13. Back to Morant. To the middle. He's looking for Howard and finds him. And it's slammed in by Howard.
And not a whole lot that D can do. Once Howard is in position for the dunk, he might as well start jogging back the other way. Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Here's Morant. Bridges with some nice defense. Phoenix leading by 13. Booker outside. Morant with the steal. And stolen by Booker. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Here's Ayton. Morant with the steal. Pass to Bane. .106 left in the game. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Now here's Howard. Jacks up a three. Johnson with the rebound.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Phoenix.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for DeAndre Ayton.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
Count that one.
He gets a lot of defensive attention, but Morant, he can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
Now, Booker. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win,